What's up? I think we're onto something. Not sure what. I think we're onto something. What up, cool nude? Well, Foxtails 9, I'm doing mighty fine. Which is to say I'm doing alright. I'm gonna try and wang it up. So right now, that levy that you saw me driving around with is a interim levy. Basically, I'm using Gen 5 architecture, which is to say the frame. I'm going to combine that with a different model roof, and I'm hoping that's going to carry me to some dubs in upcoming Levy C-dubs. I am not the main Leviathan driver, that is actually my friend Megamac. I run as the secondary clam Leviathan. We technically are not necessarily meant to win, we're basically we can downrank or what have you. But the point is, we won basically half our games, even though we were the losing Leviathan team. And because of the fact that if we're able to win half our games, it means that if I try a little harder, we will win all of them. My old Leviathan is out of date. Aww. You go over the build and have been cracking ass. Tell me more, Foxtails 9. So I don't go over this very often on my stream, but Omni's Owl Threshers. How are you protecting Threshers? So this is my venerable Leviathan. It is on version 5. This is the one that I like the most, even though it's not necessarily the best Leviathan in the world. This is actually anything that I call clam possible is my go-to Leviathan. This is unfortunately a pure Gen 5 Leviathan. For those of us who do not know what a Gen 5 Leviathan is, believe it or not, I'm coining the phrase, but the idea is it's generation, right? And so Gen 1 levies were typically a whole bunch of Hermit wheels. Gen 2 levies were a bunch of... What did they change the wheels to? Dang it. I know that there were big rams in there at some point. It got funky. Gen 3 came back to Bigfoots, but the frame was different. Gen 4, which was the generation right before this, used reverse cabins on the back. Gen 5 is the cabin on the front with the classic rows of Bigfoots. Gen 4, I remember now, Gen 3 levies attempted to use claw wheels. They attempted to have a ton of different wheels. So you'd have Sabbaths, you'd have claws, you would have hermits. So that was Gen 4. Anyway, so that was Gen 3. So Gen 5 levies homogenized everything down to just ye old Bigfoot wheels, and this one is one of my own creation. Even though it looks similar to others, There is not one out there that is exactly the same because of the fact this is actually self-made by me. This did pretty well, even though it's running up against Gen 7 Leviathans. We are up against Generation 7s. It is painfully out of date and requires a little bit of fixing. So I had another Leviathan called Athena, which is the one that I'm working on now. It replaces the Destructors with Athenas. But there's a new problem. And that new problem is that... dang it, I should have flipped those guys over in front of their generators, where the problem is that Gen 7 levies are up against swarms. It's not necessarily the opponent's Leviathans that matter more than anything right now. It's swarms. A swarm will slap the bitch off your Leviathan. Basically, it's the Cyclone Omni Tuner build, but instead, Cyclones, you're using Threshers. Well, Threshers are really good. We're going in, boys. Popped him. The power of the wang. Oh no, don't drive over your own balls! There we go. Let's recloak. We gotta take Psycho Mantis. For those of us who don't know, Psycho Mantis comes from a game called... Oh, I missed my relatively easy shot. Metal Gear Solid. Psycho Mantis was from the original Metal Gear Solid... Not original, I'm sorry. The Metal Gear Solid that came out on the PlayStation. Let's get in there. Juggery, now. The fuck is this shit? Juggery, please, bro. You gotta stop. No! There we go. By the way, this is my first Kensai build. So the Kensai is the cabin that is effectively the Torero. Except it's got an active ability that makes you go fast, like a light cabin, for a very brief period of time. So anywho, as I was saying, so now, in order to combat the Gen 7 threat, and it's not opposing Leviathans, it's swarms, I am attempting to recreate Fantastic. You got out Fantastic. Yes, I know, this is actually using the Gen 5 frame, but it's going to be using an ultra-modern roof. You'll note, Gen 5 top-bottom is double weapons. So you have the Gen 5 frame with weapons on the bottom, and then up here you have the Gen 5 upside-down weapons that actually are hanging from the roof, right? That's going away. There won't be anything hanging from the roof except for maybe 2 guns. This is going to be hybridized. It's going to be dicey. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to see. We're going to see. I know that there are different frames out there, but I don't think there's a better frame than the Gen 5s for Bigfoots. Co-pilot is Yuki. Smart. Yuki's perk is so good right now. So the reason why Yuki's perk is so good is because of how easy it is to activate. These guys are probably dead. No. That was a terrible shot. No! Go, car, go! I should not have done that. I shouldn't have fired. That was my mistake. Missing this guy was the biggest mistake of our lives. I expected my team to come in a little bit faster, but that's okay. Jane shouldn't be aiming at weapons, but you know, whatever. He's using the super gun. Looks like they've already stripped this guy, but now he is flipped, which is not good. You couldn't tell? The biggest, blackest. The Yang Wang. So, the enemy team is lost. We still have guns left and they don't. Now it just comes down to them executing him with 6 shots left with this gun. Hopefully Jane doesn't miss. He missed. Hopefully he lands some cabin hits. He missed. Okay, they're SDing. We good. Cyclone build is awesome too because mine are fused for Dura and damage. So you have the exact same build in Cyclones and Threshers? Unfortunately for me, I got mine fused before the Dura damage rate of fire increase Cyclones came out. I do have few Cyclones, but they are Dura, time to overheat, and I think spread. Crap! I wasn't paying attention. I gotta hunt down the commit. We're in a hard break, right? This guy's got radar. No, hover doesn't. So he knows where I am. So that's why you can see them through the wall. Ah, this is bad. The one guy who I can't fight is just W keying me. Prick. I wonder where my team is. So the one guy I can't fight is Wee. And the reason why I can't fight him is because he's a spider. Yang Wang typically is very bad against them. And so I was hoping that while all of them were bullying me, my team would show up and do something. That's not going to be enough. You're dead. Destructor is not going to rip off that gun. You used to be able to. Oh! He rammed his own gun off! Okay. That's actually hilarious. Maybe I should be running my Destructor build. Jesus. You can't wait to get 2 compilers? Ugh. Can I finally make something I want? No. So the compilers... Okay. Fortune Shiny is my target. I have to kill this guy, and I can do it from the back or the side. Hitting him from the back of the side, got him. Also, I can't cross the bridge because I have dangling parts. Fortune Shiny. There he is. I can't go near Wee Wee Wee. That fag's just gonna, you know. He's gonna ram me and he's just gonna push me. I missed! I'm the worst player in the world! No! Alright. Believe it or not, this is what I want. The worst shot. I'm just the worst shot. The one guy who I was aiming for first is still alive. Ooh. So my question, yeah, if I wasn't the worst player in the world, it would have been even more nicely done. So you got to predict the motion. You got to aim in the future, and I just didn't do it. So my question to you, Foxtails, then, which build does more damage? I'm gonna assume the Thresher. Even though Threshers are epic and Cyclones are legendary, I'm pretty sure Threshers, with all their limitations, lower durability. Actually, believe it or not, now that they run similarly, maybe they don't have as many limitations as they thought. But I'm going to assume the Threshers do more damage. Oh. Okay. My target is Bricky McBrickface. Can't cross that bridge. Got him. What? Not sure how that failed. This isn't good. I'm trying to ram a spider. So, we did what we had to do. High-centered myself. Amazing. Am I still high-centered? What the hell? They're all on the bridge. I can't cross it. Oh, it looks like I can't. Oh, steady. Alright, I'm just going to move out of this guy's way. I'm just going to I'm just going to S key away. For some reason, he doesn't want me in there. I'm fine with that. GG. My opinion on the Atom. I wish... Okay, so I do have a personal problem with both Atoms and Omnis. I don't like them. That's my personal opinion. They feel like bad hovers. Like, genuinely bad hovers. And every single time I go to play them, they're just jerky. The fact that they constantly need to reset to your camera view is terrible. I mean, if you turn off camera controls, then perhaps. But... So, controls aside, the Atoms are interesting. They do provide you with an ironic immunity. Not so much ironic, but they do give you an immunity to one weapon in the game. The Morta. So the Morta fires energy shields downrange, and it is consumed instantaneously by any energy shield, including the ones on the fucking wheels of the, what's it called? Including by the ones on the wheels of your Atoms. So it does provide you immunity there, but the damage shield on the Atom balls doesn't appear to be that high. Like, it can't be more than a couple hundred hit points. In fact, it's got to be less. The bug still exists in the game, by the way, that if you drop a bridge on yourself, or if you're destroyed by the tower or anything like that, you get like 8 or so badges for shield. For some reason, didn't block X amount of damage. It will basically trigger that 8 times or so. It's actually hilarious. So if you've got a lot of Atoms and you're looking to farm shield badges for whatever reason, you can go kill yourself under the bridge, and it will give you an ass load of those. Other than that, Atoms aren't... They just aren't very good. Yes, Friendship Buddy. Oh, she flipped the breaker. She's here. I have Atoms. I don't use them often. Also, Atoms and Omnis are different heights, so you really can't mix and match. What up, Munch? Did you take your anti-itch pills, honey?
I took it this morning.
All right.
And then I took a Loratadine.
Oh.
So.
You couldn't make hovers work for the life of you? Oh. I still can't make hovers work for the life of me. I never said I could make those work. I said that hovers worked a little better. I'm still bad at them. The rear end of this guy... Nothing. What? There's no nothing.
Can you sometimes make hovers like jump? Like turn them off and on?
Nope, can't do that. You can do that with one of the wheels that just came out.
You should do that.
Alright, well
like,
I don't have those wheels yet. I'll do it.
Cool dancing cars.
Yeah.
And then you can put lights underneath your car.
You're considering options because Meat Grinder's about to catch a nerf. I understand where you're coming from on that. I don't want to go down the line of fire, but... I'm gonna. We're gonna go slow. Okay.
I'm gonna try making brown butter.
Alright.
But not doing a bad job. Last time I added the super hot butter to the eggs and it just fried the eggs.
Great job, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that this time. I'm not sure what this guy's weapon was supposed to be. continue driving. The guy's got to be on this side. GG. I don't know if there's going to be a true replacement to the meat grinders, though, Foxtails. How many meat grinders are you using? I earned a firewall. Oh, you were only using 2. Okay. So the reason why I was asking is because, by the way, this is the old Wang setup. I took this for my 13K build. It's amazing what 3K power score can do, by the way. Like, the difference between 3K power score, build looks entirely different. But the weapon mountings and stuff like that, taken from that and dragged down to 10K on a different build. Anyway. 2 meat grinders, I think I get what you're saying. So if you were only using the meat grinders as movement parts, and you weren't using them as the abusive piles of dog crap, I'm not going to call them dog crap, but the abusive piles that they were, then I can see I can see that working. Oh, shit. Okay, so the spiders are both have... No, only one spider. The black spider. Black spider has a low gen, so I could actually pop one of them. In general, though, you're not gonna... Like, I think... How do I put this? Meat grinders got really strong when they actually made the melee component of the meat grinder possible. I don't know why I did that. I should have been driving fast. Directly at my opponents. Can I cross this bridge, or am I gonna bounce? Ugh! I can't believe they all missed me! Holy shit! I missed my opening salvo like a chump. Got his generator. Ah, wow, that dude was just boring through my butt. Yarn. James gonna win, unless they aims at his cabin. James using it whirls. Whirls are incredibly strong. They always have been. They're gonna catch a nerf. On the new event pass, would you go for a fused Thor and a second Thor to sell, or 2 fused fortunes? Alright, so, 1, how good are you at fortunes? Hey! Tin uranium! Let's effing go, chat. So, how good are you at fortunes? So, by the way, for those of us who are interested in my spending habits, I'm not purchasing this battle pass, but I will be getting 2 mammoths out of this deal. That's my goal. I'm going to, because I already have 4 bootstraps, because I crafted them manually. I'm going to crap out 2 of them, and then I'm going to crap out some Thors, and then swap them in. As you can see, I already have 1 bootstrap, but that's because of the battle pass, and I'm not losing that one. I'm certainly not losing that one. And I already have 3 blockchains, so all I have to do is level this up. I'm going to grab the Thor generators and duke out a couple mammoths. But the question being asked to me right now is, do you simply grab fused fortunes? Or, there's no fused Thor. They're not offering a fused Thor. Oh, they are offering a fused Thor. Sorry, I'm stupid. So my very first question is, do you have a Thor? Regular Thor. Or do you have a fused Apollo or regular Apollo? These are my allies. I could probably... This guy should be my target. I don't see his generator. No generator on him. That's going to be a problem. Jasmine Tryhard's going to be a problem. You have a regular Apollo. So remember the following thing. Back in the day, when the Apollo generated the same energy, which was 4, as the Thor, which was 4, The Thor simply was better than the Apollo. But now the Apollo generates 9, while the Thor only generates 8. So you have to be sure about your energy consumption. Are you sure you're good with losing 1 energy? Alright, so my target needs to be the guy with the Raijin. He's the biggest threat. Oop, he's got a cloak. What kind of bastard brings a cloak to this game mode? Time to go! Ow! We're both wounded. Spin this bitch around. I'm down to 1 wheel. No! What up, Secret Jet Racer? You have a Durafused gas gen? Oh yeah, by the way, Friendship Bunny wants everyone to know who wait, hold on, let's start over. Who forced me to do this? Obviously Friendship Bunny. Obviously Friendship Bunny. So, second of all, a Durafused gas gen. I'm glad you have it. It's better than not, because my gas gen currently is not fused. And if a gas gen shows up with any fusion, I'll probably end up taking it. However, a Durafusion on a gas gen is a very minor bonus. Not being insulting, that's just how it is. The gas gen stats have always been lended themselves to stay unfused because there aren't really many stats that the gas gen is going to get out of that. I can't believe we lost. However, I've used gas gens since forever. The gas gen's a really good generator. It's a 2x6x2, and it's great. Like, just it naturally being a 2x6x2 is great. And by the way, of the fusions available for the gas gen, I would have taken Durafused as well. Well, quarter poundering your mom. I'm streaming. Friendship Bunny is the answer for those of us wondering who's forcing me to do this. Toe build? No build. Anyone catching that toe's catching a nerf? No, you don't watch my YouTube videos? Shame. But yeah, they're going to be catching, ye old toe is going to be catching ye old nerf. I don't like this build. Sounds good, Friendship Bunny. Soft plastic. I don't think there's any... I could pop that guy. But this should be my guy. Fortune Shiny should still be the target. Why is he using the Blight? We're gonna avoid, maybe not. Alright, we're in trouble. This guy's ramming me intentionally so I can't kill someone. What a prick. Drive, car, drive. We lost too much stuff. Uphill, my only, my only weakness. I think that's about right. Or I just threw the grenades. Can't go uphill. I can kind of go downhill. Can we talk about how they are putting nerfs on the rotary cannons? Yeah. I mean, I kind of did, but that's a good thing to talk about. Yeah, no, for those of us who don't know, if you like cannons, you're gonna love the fucking, not commit, what's that thing called? The one thing that's not the commit. Because they're selling it, and they're nerfing every other cannon in the game to ensure that you enjoy it too. So all turreted cannons, you're catching hands. You like the mammoth? You like the little boy? You like the fat and get that.
Something.
Friendship Buddy now has to talk.
Okay, so the little girl of the house wanted to install a video game onto our computer upstairs. And I was like, oh, it's okay. It's just a little girl game. You can install it. But she doesn't know how to do anything. She's like 7.
Yeah, that's how girls do.
She's literally 7. And so I was installing it. It was like, do you give TeamViewer permission to access your computer? I was like, oh, heck no. Like, because TeamViewer is what my little brother uses to fix my computer. Mm-hmm. So, like, they were trying to log in remotely.
Yes.
Super sneaky. I'm very glad I was there and that she doesn't know how to do anything.
Yep. Once again, this only proves that you should most certainly not trust anyone with your computer. And also, when a little girl asks, can I install something, the answer is...
Oh.
The answer is...
She doesn't know how
the
to
answer
do it.
is... There it is. That's the correct answer. Good job.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. The other thing that I have to say is nothing.
Oh, I love you too, baby.
Love you.
I have to take this to the front. Ugh! Wow, that guy's devoted. I took a buttload of damage for my team. Damn it. What even is this guy's gun? Shotguns? Oh, what the Nidhogg's. I don't know why he thought that bringing like a close range build against faster cars that are designed to pick you off at distance was the move. Oh shit, he's using the, what's it called, Kevin? That is correct. The only reason why cannons are getting nerfed is because the battle pass. That's what they do. I didn't want to admit it for a very long time because it didn't seem like that was the case, but it did definitely eventually become the case. Like, only the case. It's very obvious now. Like, they're just like, oh, you like these guns? Well, get dicked down upon. I can't go this way. They're pre-firing. Oh, that was a bad shot. Time to disengage. Cloak will be up soon. I wonder what they're doing. Like, they can shoot in for free while they're shooting me. Oh no! We need to go to Uranium Wars. There should be a thing here. I don't remember how to add stuff here. By the way, is there a button that automatically replaces this stuff? Whoops. Need this, need this, this. Go. Cyclops? I know that there's, when you're downloading from the exhibition, you can do that. Hold on. Hold on. That's my fault. This is too low. I know that we'd all prefer the Cyclops to the KA2, but we're doing it. Nah. It's not my build, this is just a rando's build. They don't want me running in because they're cowards. We're running 9 Destructors, so when it comes to weapon stripping, we should be good. Are these Naguls? Naguls? But the claws! The dank, Mo. The dank. You're right. Alright, we'll see how well peak shooting does. Slapping him with the D. So now we have to get in on Nagul's. It's Sauce Boss. That ain't good. We gotta get in there. There goes my last gun. Let's hope my team is doing something. This is the reason why I don't like this build. They want this build because the Destructors, but they don't understand it's not as good. Because the idea is your guns are in the wide-ass open. Getting, you know... Getting stripped is a huge fucking problem. Yeah, you have 3.8k life, but who cares? No. No. So they're down 2. Basically, we're just ramming Pete. He's down to 1 wheel. He's down to 1 wheel. I don't think it matters. I don't think he can do anything. So I'm ramming through this guy's shields. Hooray, we did it. I think that would have been better if I was the young wing. Not being strippable is really important for these stupid Uranium Wars things. That was a lot of notifications. Oh, I got a uranium. We did it! First uranium unlocked, chat! I understand that could be a reason why people would want to run a Harvester, but Harvester has been dead for so friggin' long. It's actually sad. I wish the Harvesters weren't that dead, but... Tempests have a lot of ammunition. Aurora Aegis Claws. Possibly. These guys are just trying to run all Auroras and what appears to be the Jewel. Interesting. Okay. By the way, just so you guys know, I have a feeling. Wait a minute. So, I'm just doing the math in my head. Oh no, I picked the wrong build! Shit! This could be dumb. No, Juggery. I can't take this damage forever. Okay. There we go. Woo! Go cargo. We did it, chat. So Rufus, you're not wrong. Actually, your clan's not wrong. Solo farming is actually, it can be faster. We need each other. They let me down. But no, I mean, if you're doing Uranium Wars, this is one of the reasons why Uranium Wars even exists in the game, is to allow people who are not in a clan to have, or at least not in a competitive clan, to have access to uranium, right? And so you should be able to run this solo. Guns, guns, guns. Ugh. Not sure where I should shoot. I have to figure it out. I hate the weapon stripping game, you know? Weird. Weird. Same dudes, different builds, though. Also, one of the other advantages to running solo, you're up against solos. That's a huge advantage. Playing in a group is a bitch. Look at this guy already shooting at my guns. Yeah, alright, taking that damage. This guy with the Naguls is waiting to shoot my guns off if I peek. No, Jane. Ah. Powering like a bitch. As the bitch would do. Alright, we got one in front of us. Oh, Jane's got a cloak? What? These other motherfuckers have cloaks? They're going for the cap. Forcing engage. Nagul shooting off my guns, easy peasy. Sauce Boss coming in, taking my guns, easy peasy. Okay, looks like we got all their guns. I only have 7 shots left, so we gotta go after someone who's got a gun. That's it. Look, Michelle Obama is a man. I didn't make this build. Could the trombone work? Yes. Believe it or not, the trombone with destructors is actually phenomenally powerful. Way back in the day, before they nerfed destructors by half, remember that, they nerfed half of the burst damage on this gun, and also half of the heat generation of the gun. Way back in the day, what you would do is you use destructor bone, and one bone and 2 destructors did more damage than 3 destructors. It was the equivalent of using that stupid module, the Tormentor with Rippers. And I used to have a build like that. Basically, it was exactly the same as this. It would have the 2 destructors separate, and in the middle it had a trombone that launched out. And it worked out very well until they nerfed destructors. Shit, we're up against the same shit again. You gave up, Rufus? Why? Rufus, are we playing against each other? Am I missing his name, guys? Destructors are very, very, very powerful. Triggers are like... they're not baby destructors, because that actually doesn't... It puts them in the same category as weapon. Oh, you're in the Xbox. Gotcha. Triggers are like worse than destructors in every conceivable manner. They have worse range, and they have worse damage. Destructors are just everything that triggers would want to be but aren't. No, this guy's out of position. They're gonna fuck him. I don't know. Like, so just so you know, the trigger has an advantage over the destructor. It's a very minor advantage, but it does exist, and I may as well bring it up. The very minor advantage that the trigger has over the destructor is the final pulse. The final shot of the destructor only goes off if you've hit the entire beam. Whereas the final shot of the trigger goes off no matter what. I feel like there's combat going on over here that I'm missing. Ugh, getting boned, chat. Tromboned. So the only one who's a threat is CJ because of the fact of his gun. We gotta get in there. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's this guy. I really wish this guy would get the fuck out of my way. Oh my god, dude. Bro. I know that he was doing his job as a teammate. He was saving the day. What up, Hades? Still alive. I am well aware of the game named No Man's Sky. Hey, I can create widget STs. "58 minutes. Would you recommend these tsunamis? So he's referring to the tsunamis that are currently available on this workbench, if I recall correctly. Wrong workbench. Sorry, the generic workbench. So, here's the deal. No. I'm just going to outright tell you no. I don't recommend these tsunamis. Why? One, they have a penetration ability increase instead of a reload speed increase. You need reload speed. You need it. Effing need it. N-E-E-D need. N33D. I guess the D doesn't change. Few tsunamis that are perfect are the standard that look like this. Mass, technically. You can go Mass or Dura. I prefer Dura, but Mass. Reload time, projectile speed. This is what you want. You need it. You found a bunny on the toy car, bro. So, this is not the build that I would use, by the way. The 10k power score is great. I would do something a little different. Maybe. I'm debating how I would improve this. Maybe have the guns wider, spread out a little wider. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Well, actually, I do know. I am a doctor. Swap out some of the wheels, maybe for attempting to get the claw wheels on it. Yes, yes. As a very minor aside, I don't know if the Cyclops would be a good idea. I don't know if swapping this out would be a good idea for the power score. I mean, again, you're trying to optimize for 10k, right? This is a pretty 10k optimal Destructor build-ish. I'd like to think, by the way, one of the things that existed before, hold on, let me just, here, I'll show you. So one of the things that used to exist on this kind of build, you used to have a flat wall here and a flat wall here. That way people couldn't fire down the length of your guns like this and deal damage to all your guns at once. And that way you would approach your enemies like this. You'd approach your enemies kind of at an angle to line up your guns with your opponent. So this thing right over there is my opponent. Not this giant thing that's flying at us. That's not our opponent. That over there would be our opponent, right? And so you would angle your approach so all your guns were covered, and then you would turn to reveal your guns and fire. That was the classic Destructor build. That actually might even still be on the exhibition. And it might even be, if I recall correctly, it was a 9k. Oh yeah, that's right, Ripper Brawl. Ripper Brawl! Let's play the Ripper Brawl, guys. I'm gonna do that for a little bit. Where is it? Where is it? Am I drunk? Do I not recall this correctly? No, I know I do. I just don't see it because the builds aren't on the exhib. I'm gonna give this 2 more scrolls. If it doesn't show up, then I'm insane. Shit, I guess I'm insane. But anyway, yeah, they all look exactly like this. They all look exactly the same as this build here. Exactly the same. The only difference is they have a wall in front on the front and the back to prevent the guns from being shot. That's it. And that's how I would improve the current 10k meta build, because they're not shooting the cabin. Like, you can clearly see that these things are not getting shot. No, I'm not going to play Marvel Rivals. Let's rip it and grip it. So, Secret Jet Racer, in case you're interested, I played Overwatch. I made it all the way up to Master League in Overwatch. Season 2 of Overwatch, so I mained every character in Overwatch. All of them with the exception of one, Mercy. I couldn't play Mercy for whatever reason for the life of me. I actually don't even have the achievement. For those of us who are unfamiliar, there's an achievement you get for resurrecting your whole team with one resurrection spell. I never got it. Never got it. But anyway, very long story short, I know Marvel Rivals is Overwatch again. Third-person Overwatch, yada, yada, yada. I'm just not interested. Played it before. Not going to play it again. Woo! We've got the swivels. Got him. How are you alive? You die now. Okay. Skirt. Skirt. This is the most livingest man I've ever seen in my life. He can't die. He's a god, chat. He's a god. Ah! Someone killed him! No! So the reason why everyone quit Overwatch was because of Overwatch 2. No kills. Jesus Christ. By the way, this Ripper Brawl is the exact same brawl that we had to grind out during the Halloween event. If you guys watch my streams, you would have. That's where I coined the phrase "nice asshole." Shame if something were to happen to it, because this build is very weak. So you want to land your shots on the very front of the build and on the very back of the build. So as you can see, Jasmine Tryhard is shooting me exactly on the weak points of my build. That is exactly where you want to aim for the one-hit kill. No! Got him in the front. Got him in the puss. Right in the cargina. That's 2. That's not going to kill. We got to hit him in the front. That's 2. There we go. Where are we at? Skirt, skirt. Oh, you living son of a bitch. Take that, Harry Potter, the boy who lived. My ability is to live, so is mine. Unfortunately for you, my ability is to kill. Missed it. Got it. Right in the cargina. Woo! The cardissy. So, if you are new to this brawl, the weak points in the brawl are right in the front. See those double gas cans? None of this is armor. This is fake. None of this is real. Every time you play this brawl, you're aiming specifically for the very front of the car. The rippers will hit the front of the car. They'll hit those gas tanks. Boom. The other thing you can do is throw your rippers on the ground in front of these cars. These cars can't stop for shit. So they're going to drive into and explode. That will not kill. That will damage, unbelievably damage, but not kill. The second shot is this bumper. The weak point is literally the bumper. Don't shoot up here. This is a mistake. Shoot here. If you shoot down for the bumper, you will kill them every time. The weak point is the bumper and just the tip. Just the tip is the weak point. Think of it like that. Just remember, it's just the tip is the weak point and the bumper, the butt. Those are the 2 weak points. You get it. You get it. But yeah, if you land your rippers in those 2 places, victory. Daikaz, uranium build. Okay, so this has to be one of the cheesiest effing builds I've ever seen. Oh, you masterful prick. Look at this. So here's what I like. Let's go over the things I like. I like the catch. I genuinely love the catch. So for those of us who don't know what I'm talking about this up here. Even though it looks like a solid wall and it doesn't look like it's effective, it is. It is very effective because the whole overall point is that they won't go over your build and they'll end up sitting on these harvesters. Well, okay. You got a lot of balls, Sue, to be placing that gas gen up front, but, you know. Is the main frame viable in any way? Yes. So the mainframe cabin is, even though I don't have it yet, I can tell you it's definitely viable. So everyone loves building heavy. They released a brick into the unbelievable... I'll look at the inverter, one second. They released a brick into the unbelievable brick meta game. So will the mainframe do stuff like this and just be like completely and totally herpsyphilades? Yes. Right? Actually, I'm going to test something while I have the opportunity. $1,356 damage. You might be wondering, oi, what did all that damage, governor? That was done with 2 Rippers. And the reason why it did so freaking much is because they have 2 Tormentors on it. Ridiculous. Yeah, and that was pre-perk. So, the Averter is good. Okay, so here are a couple things. The Averter currently is attached to the gas gen. And you know what? That's not bad. Anything that extends the life cycle of the gas gen, basically. It's also attached to both bumpers. Isn't that correct? That is clever as hell. So, this is actually remarkably clever Averter placement. So, it's attached to both bumpers, it's attached to the cabin, it's attached to the gas gen. What more could you want? To be honest, this is probably going to last you as long as you need. To be honest. I don't foresee your build surviving too much longer than that. So, that's good. Which means that instead of 1648, it's very unlikely they're going to destroy it because it's behind the wheel. Instead of 1648, you're actually looking at, well, 30% of that. So, you're looking at 2,000 Dura. So you're looking at a 2,000 Dura build that is behind a couple of bully bars that are also bonused. And it does have good wheels. God damn you, new Hot Red engine. Replacing the Hot Red. Rest in peace, Hot Red. Now, my question to you is, do you have another buggy wheel? Yes, Fringiman.
Yeah, no, they did for the first time ever properly. But they did properly for the first time ever. Sorry, I can't. My head is all stuffed up.
Yes. What did you do for the first time ever properly? Did you put your food away so the cats didn't eat it?
No. But I did run this butter. Look at that.
Look at that. That's some browned butter right there. The cat's
Look.
licking the other butter?
No, there's no other butter.
Is it because the cats are eating it?
No.
Okay. Smells good. She's making browned butter to something. She's probably trying to butter up my boss. Thank
It
you.
worked. You got a raise and a bonus. And I think it's mostly because of my cookies.
Indeed. Also, the utilization of the Phobos co-driver is good. The reason why is because you're getting even more top speed. 5% is 5%. 45 seconds of cloak is clearly more than enough. You guys have seen me driving around like an idiot, invisible forever. So 45 seconds of cloak, more than enough cloak to engage appropriately. Maintaining 40%, that 40% damage though is like impossible. So tell me how you deal with that. So one of the problems with the cockpit has always been that if you're trying to ram someone, the moment you ram them, you lose your speed. And when you lose your speed, you lose your damage bonus. So we're going to avoid this thing. And we're going to try and ram this stationary target, for example. We're going to come in from a cloak as though we were super clever. We're going to decloak at the right time as though we're super clever, and we're going to bang it on in. So we still have the 40% right up until there. I mean, believe it or not, you actually had the 40% longer than I thought. And if I could put... Hold on. I'm going to test drive this from the other direction and see if we can't push it away. If you can constantly stay in motion, then... maybe I'm just simply wrong. I'm simply wrong. If you carry them away, they are dead. You get that 40% forever. And that helps stack with the, what's it called, perk? Huh. You know what? I'm liking this more and more. Are these fused? They are not. These are standard harvesters, too. By the way, did you guys notice that the harvesters have 760 durability again? They used to... They cut the dura, and then they gave it back after they cut the dura. Because of the harvester, vertical harvester meta. Oyaboon. Oyaboon. I don't know. Okay, that's not true. So Secret Jet, here's the deal. This particular build, will the new wheels help it? It could. Depending on if you are capable of placing the wheels in the right spots, yes. The new wheels are gonna get nerfed. I can tell you that right now. Because of the perk. The durability and the lifting mode is stupid, no one uses it. Mode 2, which is what we would all hope these wheels fucking started in, is the one that you want. It's just 80% more power. And, you know, like, hold on. Like, there are Leviathans that can demonstrate this better than anything. So, a widget Leviathan accelerates faster than any other Leviathan. 80% more cabin power is pretty knuckin' futz, right? So, if you immediately activate this, you'll note that you can get up to, what, 70 kilometers an hour before the white line, right? So before the white line, you're hitting 70, right? You take a classic Gen 5. Trying to reach that 70 kilometers an hour. There we go. So you can tell it is a drag, right? It's quite a drag. So 80% more power is not a bad thing. It isn't. However, no, I was just thinking something interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Ignore me. Ignore me. Did I complete the brawl? Oh, I already completed the Ripper Brawl. That makes me sad. Shall we get back to building a Leviathan? It's gonna either work or get obliterated, chat. It's gonna work or get obliterated. We'll see how it goes. We won't build that. That'll be boring for you guys to watch. Let's grab and go. Why do you think the harvesters were easy to knock off, Quarter Poundering? Well, I mean, yeah, it's got a large hitbox, but it's really low to the ground and most people aren't aiming down there. And if you're invisible, you're definitely going to get in. As for harvesters in CW, I don't see those still. I've played a little bit of CW recently, still not seeing it. Here's what's really interesting. Those wheels, I don't want to say obsolete the Sabbaths, but kind of obsolete the Sabbaths. The Sabbath wheels are supposed to increase your top speed and your power, and they do. But they don't give 80% power. They give like 75, but that's after taking 5 shots. I wonder if a pure Sabbath Leviathan would be viable. No. ML200s will never be meta, you know that, don't ask that question. They have not, they have been, oh shit, we are done. We're dusted, chat. So the widget is just a better Uwabaki. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He's right! Oh no! Okay, so yeah. Hades is actually super correct. Holy shit. I can't believe I didn't catch that. The Uwabaki's power bonus only exists when there are enemies around you, and it's 50% bonus. The motherfucking widget is 80% all the time, and it's also, you can fit more stuff on it. Yes, actually, believe it or not, it is a worse version. Ow, don't shoot me. I don't know why I took that shot. I knew I wasn't going to hit it. There we go. Oh no! How did you survive that? Stupid tsunamis. Yes! We've got burgers!
These are the best fries I've ever made.
And the best fries that she has ever made, chat. I'll be the judge of that.
I added 2 new ingredients.
2 new ingredients. She removed the love and she decided to put salt.
You dare judge my potato wedges.
They're good though.
I added cornstarch so the extra. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to feed you for lunch. You don't have any leftovers.
It'll be fine. I'll get a salad. We're not building anything right now, Mateus. I'm actually entertaining you with my shooting. Salt is the opposite of love. No, it's not. Salt is the opposite of happiness. What? I missed that? No way. Okay. Alright. I have missed so many shots. It's ridiculous. Go away, Boogeyman. You don't want any of this. Apparently he does. I told him to go away. Jesus. This man's build has a lot of hit points to lose. 20. Sexy. We're just going to keep walking. I don't want to get shot by that. He's avalanching. He still hasn't fired. Holy shit. He's holding on to that shot. Held on too long. The tsunami is just weak. Hold on. You're correct. But I did like 4k damage. Bluebird, fuck you. He started missing when I showed up. Water is the most underrated drink. So Yi Long Mu, no, I have not yet tested the commit. I want to get the commit before it gets nerfed. This is gonna get nerfed. See, look at that, 1,371. And a 1. It looked like it overpinned someone and hit somebody else. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, let me just dodge over here real fast. So, a couple things. Okay, Foxtails 9 put his Thresher build on the exhibition. Look at that, 1,500 damage. Weak. I know that that's weak. It's another 800. Support vehicle is moving in. 805. We're going to dodge these missiles. We're also going to charge our perk simultaneously. We're going to slip on out here. 20% damage bonus. Missed. Oh no! I'm bad at the video game! Alright, time to get in. Ow! My nose! Really? There's no enemies over here? Huh, okay. Missing a leg. Got a little bit of a tilt on us. The devil's number. Woo! So we're gonna keep it distant because we're strong and support vehicles weak. Oh no. That's a lot of men here, chat. I think that's a scorpion on Ender. Nope. It's long range though. Oh no, that was a terrible shot! What are you doing? No! 35 damage, why? Is this guy using Punishers? Give me that Punisher. Alright, he's got no guns left. 50 damage, not good. No, dude, bro, don't do this. Do that. Eddie. I can't aim up any longer because tsunamis are bad. Uh-oh, he's coming. Doing well. Alright, we're down to one leg. No, we still have two legs. In your face! Ah, in my face! No! He's using a build. God damn it, support vehicle. This is a build that I used. Similar build where you basically walk around with an assload of damage. What are you idiots doing? Alright. There you go. You figured out where the bad guy was. Shoot him. There you go. No, don't take it to the face. No! We're going to lose this. Our only hope is Florence. We fucked. Alright, so. Lowry salt and Parmesan cheese. That explains why it's so delicious. All right, let's answer these questions in order. Mateus indicates he had to read 25 pages of Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis for university, and it is boring. It is, but hold on a second. Mateus, I must admit, the more and more, when I was very young, I read Freud's stuff and I thought Freud was an idiot. Not only, of course, was it boring, it didn't seem true. However, the older and older I got, the more and more I realized that he actually kind of knows what he's talking about. I'm not saying that he knows 100% of what he's talking about, but I am saying he seems to know more about what he was talking about than he doesn't. The way that he named things, his nomenclature, still got MVP, was dog shit, but it's actually rather insightful. I hate to say it. Foxtail Science says, put my Thresher building exhibition. Don't know if you can see it, but it's named the Kitsune. Let's do it. Cars name Kitsune. There's gonna be a lot of these. What? Did I misspell this? Maybe it's called the Kitsune. Am I drunk? Because I'm on Leviathans. Son of a bitch. Alright, it's going to be one of these. This is, of course, the most accurate, lore-accurate Kitsune. We're looking for a Thresher build, so we're going to add in part... Thresher. Nani? You sure? Moving right along. Maybe it is called the Kitsune. Hold on. Nope. We'll figure it out. So, FB says Freud was a specimen of psychosis himself. This is true, but a lot of people are. Super entertaining if you like watching Mrs. Fuck you. Just play Mammoth, Jesus. Look, I'm actually going to get the new Mammoths, by the way. The Mammoths that are in the ye old Battle Pass. I got a scheme just crazy enough to work to get these into my hands, at which point I'm going to be getting rid of my old, venerable, last unfused legendaries. My old, crappy, regular Mammoths. And then I'm going to get them fused. That's the plan. The devs had a hard-on for Cyclones. Yes, but they also brought that hard-on down a little bit. They nerfed them. He sounds like Count Von Count from Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3 nerfs. Hardboard laughs like that one Joker. Come on now. Fringy Bunny says, find me a psychologist who isn't crazy. My best friend is getting her doctorate in psychology, and she's nuts. Do I believe the Harvesters are better than the Charbonus? Yes. So, damn it. Look, I'm going to have to be honest with you guys. I have to release a tier list video update. I'm going to give you guys a quick sneak peek preview of that right now. The Charbonus is C tier. And the reason why the Charbonus is C tier is because it's useful at exactly 1 power score. 9,000. The end. Full stop. It makes it into C tier because it's useful in 1 singular power score. Not bracket. 1 power score. Damn it, Des Moines, be quiet. I'm going to do it. Harvesters are B tier. They're not exceptionally strong, but they're useful in multiple brackets. They don't dominate anywhere right now, though. That's the problem. To understand crazy people, you need to be crazy. Well then, I guess that makes me crazy. No! No! I'd love to shoot, but I can't! You! Take damage. Yes. No! Sazbaz, no! What's a good Harvester build? Asks Young. So, a while ago, it used to be vertical harvesters. Sazbaz, I swear to God, man. but I don't see those anymore. Most likely because we don't see hovers anymore. The number one problem that harvesters have is ranged damage is so incredible right now. Right in the guns. Ow, my face! Nico, quit it. Damn, dude. Retch your damage. Alright, I'm gonna hold the right. Take that. Whoop, whoop. Ow! Wait a minute. Those aren't... What guns are those? Executioners? Are you coming at me with executioners? The commit makes hovers spin uncontrollably. Sounds funny. Give me those executioners. Oh. He's W King. Triple X's? I think it was double, based on the size of the build. I'm pretty sure you can't fit 3 in there. Whoop whoop, you are whooping dead. Oh no, I missed that super easy shot. That was my perked 20% damage shot. Aw, man. Feels bad. Rate the tsunami. So, a long time ago... What the fuck is glowing? I would have rated the tsunami higher. And in fact did. No, it's letting me know the widget was available. Right now the tsunami has dropped. The tsunami has dropped down to B tier. It's not very good anymore. Hades says, can't wait to see the machine gun tier entirely at F tier. I mean, you're not wrong. So when you say rate the Raijin after the nerf secret jet, do you mean after the nerf that it had to make it what it is right now? Or rate it after its next nerf? B tier is really generous. You know, you gotta understand what the tiers are, though. You don't need vertical harvesters to fight hovers. You don't. That's true. I intended to fall here. This was intentional. And then I intended to bounce up and walk away like it didn't happen. That was intentional. No! You serious, Abrafor? Are you serious? Wasted my perk shot. All because this dude bumps me at the last second. Thanks, Abrafor, you effing cow. And you're not even gonna help! You're not even gonna help! You're gonna let him burn me down! Oh my god. You're going to upset the baby? No one's upsetting the baby. Damn, I lost all of my front armor. Thanks, Abra. Oh, there he is again. Just living his best life. We're gonna go meet these guys on the other side. We don't have a choice. Excellent miss. This dude's just gonna reload point blank in my face. Oh, he ran out of bullets. That sucks. He got my reload module. Shit. I'm fine, Friendship Bunny. By the way, this is how you play the mortar? You mean at point blank range, shooting the largest thing you can, hoping that it pops something? I mean, yeah, that's the only way to play the mortar. It's not a good gun. That's a good question, Des Moines. Des Moines wants to know, is the Breaker the worst relic? No. Aw, you just brought her down here and you wanted to make sure that she was here and then told her to say stuff and hopefully she doesn't forget. I love you too. Let's see if when she forgets.
She has to go to the little girl bed.
She does. Nighty night.
Night.
We're gonna have to hide. We're gonna use this terrain. Screw you, Jorn, you prick. Nobody likes you, Jorn. I guess I'm just gonna take damage here. That guy's fast. Real fast. We gotta stay back and shoot shots into the ground. We can't afford the Earth getting another kill. The Earth has a flawless KD ratio. Damn, those wheels are just holding on for dear life. Alright, if you're gonna turn that corner then, Predacon. Got him! Woo! Like skeet over an open field, baby! Don't do it, Dave. Oh no! My clanmate, what are you doing here? You prick! No! Alright, you got me. Just gonna eat this sandwich. The Earth always wins via attrition. Gravity's a bitch. Yeah, I agree. The Fidget does need more hit points, Secret Jet Racer. Here's how I feel, though. The Fidget, as well as the teal weapon that precedes the Fidget, they both need to have their cone of fire tightened. They just need to be regular machine guns now. Also the Imp. He always does. The problem is it's the ground, so it doesn't show up. Fuck you, Mateus. The Piercer, that's the one. Also, all teal weapons now need a perk. All teal everything needs a perk. They're already doing it with engines. And they also need to fix the Fidget's perk. The Fidget's perk sucks. So Hades, you're right. The removal of hit scan off the machine guns was a huge mistake. One note, though, I will say this. We talk about the absolute guttering of machine guns, right? But here's the thing. Machine guns were so unbelievably powerful that you couldn't make builds that didn't look stupid. It just wasn't an option. And the reason why... Oh, fuck me. And the reason why you couldn't make builds that didn't look stupid was because of machine guns, right? Go away! No, blockchain, motherfucker, go away! Win it! Win it! Rick. So, got him. It was due to the fact that machine guns are so unbelievably, were so unbelievably powerful that we couldn't get builds that we wanted. So a good example would be the mammoth guns that I use, right? Where I run around and am using the mammoths fully exposed on top of the build without an Omamori, right? Well, that's not possible in a world where machine guns are hit scan, because they would shoot your guns off instantly. It was embarrassing. It was like, oh, you have guns? No, you don't. Bip bop, bitty bop. You lose all your guns, and then you're completely screwed immediately. We gotta send damage at Lise dead. Because this guy's got blockchains. How dare he bring blockchains here? Boop. That should do. It did not do. This guy's build is pretty good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How are you alive, mother trucker? Missiles?
Hi, hot gun.
Got him! They sold it back in mobile? Great. So, sorry, I'm chewing and eating food. Let me give you an example. So, builds used to look like this, with good reason. The only reason was machine guns. Machine guns are a bitch. When they were hit scan, these guns were instantaneously removed unless they were built into your build, right? Similarly to Weird Flex Mark 1, right? So you needed to get your guns nice and deep and hidden inside your build. This is the reason why dogs look like this. The reason why dog builds look like this is not because of any reason other than machine guns. Machine guns could strip dogs instantly. They just would aim at your guns and go click, 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 and your gun would fly off. This build is impossible to use during a time in which there's hit scan machine guns. Right? Both that one and, of course, the earlier version of it. Completely valueless because of the fact that machine guns would shoot your guns off instantly from across the map. Instantly. They only have 1,000 durability. Machine guns deal incredible damage when they can target the exact same target and just go bop, 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 done. Right? And this is the reason why the Punisher meta became so strong. Punishers were, at one point in time, the best gun in the just absolutely the best gun in the game. They were just the most reliable weapon in the entire video game because of the fact that you could always just simply shoot off your opponent's weapons, and there was nothing they could do about it. There was no counter. There was nothing you could do. You couldn't think your way out of it. You just got completely and totally dominated. It was a bitch. Then they made it so hit scan was no longer there, and a little bit different. all of a sudden, Punishers fell off. The perk is the same, the damage is the same, everything's the same, but you just can't target what you want. You can't shoot them in the cabin. Yulong Mu says he does not miss those times. Fair enough. I'm not saying that it was a better time when Punishers and Tapfire machine guns were super mega S tier and could dupe down on people, but what I am saying is machine guns need a purpose. Right now, machine guns are now just worse autocannons. Also, that's a good point, Quarter Poundering. They deleted the Equalizer Aurora parity, where you couldn't bring triple Aurora and an, stupid brain. One Aurora, 3 Equalizers, or 1 Aurora and 3 of the other miniguns whose name escapes me. But those used to be a parity, where they could always hit at the same time. Can't do that anymore. And it sucks that that build got nerfed. Mateus wants to build something. I am technically building something. They did nerf the hitbox equalizer. I'm dead. Ow! So, for those of us wondering what I'm building, I'm working on Leviathan. Abigail, no! Define normal build. Begun the brick meta has. I don't think Nobler's gonna pull it off. He's got two, oh, maybe. Nope. God damn it. I'm using up all these flippin' blueprint spots. Blue Jay says, I want to get back into the game, but everything just takes too long to grind for. You know, that's kind of true, but the low tier end or the low end stuff is not hard to get. So, assuming that you were going for, like, lower end stuff, which is to say epics. Epics aren't hard to grind for. Still hanging on to that single Goliath unit track idea. Wait a minute, the Goliath unit track idea is cute, but the problem is once you lose that track, it's embarrassing. Grinder bricks are still going strong due to their incredible mass to tonnage ratio. What is the most dog shit weapon in the game? You guys want to know what the worst weapon in the entire game is? There are plenty. There are plenty that could be the worst. So let's start with the worst relic. People want to know what that is. Some people think it's a breaker. You're thinking the cord? So, no, there's actually guns that are worse than that. A good example is the Hornet. A Hornet is a worse version of a cord. Remember that. Nice try, though. So, worst relic. Let's actually just do this via the best relic. Currently, the absolute best relic is the Helicon. Following the Helicon, from what I can tell based on everything I've seen, Ripper. Following the Ripper, Mastodon. From there, it kind of enters a bland milieu of whatever floats your boat. They're more or less meh, honestly. Porcupines are probably next, or Scorpions. Probably Scorpions. So, in order, Scorpions number 4. Now, and yes, technically the Flock is a gun, but the Flock and the Enlightenment, we're going to count those as modules for the sake of brevity. Otherwise, the worst gun in the game is going to be probably the Enlightenment, because it's ridiculous. It takes an energy, whereas the Flock doesn't. If we look at this and we are going for the absolute most dog shit gun in the entire game, the Tachi. The Flock is C tier? The Flock is higher than C tier. The Flock is, first of all, not a gun, but it is phenomenal. So why is the Tachi the worst gun in the entire game? I'd like to point out there are some serious contenders for worst gun in the entire game. This is one of them. The Vulture. Unbelievably bad gun. Unbelievably poor. Crazy poor gun. Unbelievably poor. The Dove. Unbelievably bad gun. Crazy bad. Just terrible. Genuine garbage. Genuine garbage. Let's see here. Other guns that are unbelievably bad. Technically booms. But, like, seriously, I don't think anything comes close to the Tachi. Like, I'm just scanning this with my eyes. And I'm like, I would use any of these guns over that. Any. Missiles or rockets are actually in a good spot now that they've buffed all the rockets. Cannons have always been solid. Auto cannons. Technically, the Starfall. Starfall is pretty bad. I've yet to play with the Split, but shotguns got nerfed into the ground with the hit scan, and so did machine guns. So shotguns and machine guns are both in a really bad way right now. But that aside, yeah, no. Number one worst weapon in the game is the Tachi. The Anaconda? No. This is way better than the Tachi. Way better. Whoa, way better. Way better. Way better. Way better. Okay. So you guys might be thinking, well, what's so wrong with the Tachi? Alright. The Starfall is at minimum C tier. No. It's not. How bad is the Tachi again? People are literally blacking out, going, Tachi. What is the Tachi? What is this gun? The Tachi came in the same pack as the Kensai. And was, yet again, motherfucking Targum Gaijin's a chance, or attempt, to get us to use the fucking drifting mechanism in the game. We don't use it. We will never use it. We're not going to fucking use it. It's terrible. When the weapon came out, it was good. And it had a perk. Its current perk is a nerf. Can you guys read that shit? So, I'll read it to you. If the direction of movement of the armored vehicle does not coincide with the direction of the shot, the length of the Tachi's flame significantly increases. So, do you see that long line? This little dotted line right here, this tiny little thing you can see right here, that's the range of the Tachi if you are shooting it any direction that you have any fucking shot of hitting your opponent. Right there. This is the beam that you get that will never work, that extends beyond your car. And this is what it used to always be. It didn't have this break. They didn't nerf it in this way. The original stats of the Tachi was that it had a horrible setup where it was a still damage over time weapon, just like the Tempura, but every damage tick after the first did 95% less damage. So only the first tick did any real damage. Fair enough. Number two, it had a perk set that said if you were traveling over 85 kilometers an hour in-game, then you would deal bonus damage based on speed. Combining the Tachi with the cockpit on boosters allowed you to do actually incredible damage. Running 3 Tachis through the side of a Leviathan, you could do like 10,000 damage. No joke. Straight up. But nobody used it that way because it's impossible. It is a fucking impossibility. It is not possible for you to intentionally drive parallel to an opponent and maintain that burn in any way that matters, because if you've ever played Crossout, which everybody here has, you know the ground isn't level. This is the ideal place that Tachi would do well. Right here, doesn't do so well. Why? Because all of a sudden, look at this. Oh no, the side of my car is slightly up, and that means down here is slightly down. The Tachi's shooting in the ground. Greetings, XPC Cyborg. Oh no, your Tachi's shooting in the ground, or oh, your Tachi's shooting into the sky. Long story short, you can't hit anything with it. You just can't. This gun is dog shit, and they nerfed it. So now, when you fire it forwards, it looks like this. That's it. Did you catch it? That's your damage range. There it is. That's your damage range. That's it. And by the way, because the perk has been changed to require movement, it doesn't matter if it's mounted on the side, it will still do no damage over no distance. Why? You must be moving so that it can identify which direction that you shouldn't be moving for the perk to work. So when moving, as long as the weapon is pointed not where you're going, the beam extends. Hooray! Matachi, no! But as you can see, even on a stationary target, it's very difficult to do that. And ever since they nerfed the Tachi's damage, because it no longer gets plus 90-something% damage or whatever the fuck when you're traveling over a certain speed, its damage is also dog shit. I have not seen your new Crane Cyborg. So the Tachi is the game's worst gun. It is worse than the Tempura. And the Tempura is also, unfortunately, very bad. Do I believe the Flash is the worst relic? Yeah, probably. So the reason why I believe the Flash is the worst relic is because of the fact that it does not offer enough over the Spark any longer. The Spark and the Flash are basically the same gun. So I think in order from bottom to top, Spark, Jormungandr, Breaker, Firebug. Even though they're buffing the Firebug. Then Nemesis. And then you actually start entering... no, I'm sorry, Devourer. Holy shit. I'm so sorry. The Devourer is way low. Ever since they nerfed it, the Devourer is not very strong. I appreciate this. It's a mini crane. Sure, the Flash could be good in helicopter mode, but is it really worth it over the Spark? No, the Nemesis is the second worst. It doesn't matter if it's a huge step over the Helios. I want to know, are bricks still a thing? Are bricks still... Yes. Oh my goodness. Spark and Flash for reduced energy drain, so you can use 2 of each on your build, but a slightly reduced damage, so it doesn't immediately go meta. You're more pissed the Scar has such a huge-ass range over the Firebugs? So hold on. Just so we're clear, the Firebugs are getting a buff, I believe, soon. Either they already have it or they're getting a buff soon. I'm sorry, I don't know off the top of my head. So the devs recognized that the Firebugs suck dick, and they're increasing the projectile velocity to be the same as all the other flame weapons, which is fucking long overdue. There was no reason for it to have 25% slower projectile velocity in the first place. But even then, that's still not going to be enough. Did the Doom ever get nerfed? No, they never changed it. Clan Confrontation. Isn't that a... Wait. So, what's the power score on that? Quarter pounding. Yeah, but French fries, being able to counter legs is, you know, doesn't everything. Yilong Mu believes that one of the worst weapons in the game is the Akari, because it literally cannot kill. First of all, it actually can kill. The Akari has a damage component at the end of its charge that does explode for like 30. So it can kill, it's just extremely unlikely to do so. That's a lot of missiles. I know he's beneath me. I kind of want to bounce these balls off this directly back at myself. Is the Catalina still an amazing cabin? Yeah. It's good. What the? I didn't shoot down. That's not going to reach. Oh, hey. They have a... Ooh. They have a clarinet toe. The toe shot came in from over here. Ah, terrible. Kalaka, no. I keep trying to predict where Eddie Wiggs is gonna go, but he's not going over there. There we go. Be more predictable. I know there's a clarinet toe around here somewhere. The Catalyst still feels underpowered sometimes. I mean, it's not supposed to be the end-all, be-all cabin. He's breaking my ankles. He is! All he had to do was not drive, and he broke my ankle. This is a basketball term for those of us who don't know. Starfall can easily shoot down tow missiles. Really? Are we still going on about the Starfall? Listen, the Starfall is dog shit. Quit it. Quit trying to make fetch a thing. Yes, that's right. I am making a reference to Clueless. Clueless movie reference. Fetch is not a thing. Starfall not good. Damn this Brian bot. Brian bot is magnetically pulled down my shots so that I missed all of those shots. They went into the ground. Stupid magnets. How do they work? This man is dead. And I didn't have any part in killing him. No, you don't. I think you might be fucked. Yep, that hurt. He booped me on the snoot, chat. But I booped harder. Got him. You wouldn't have to be dodging my magnetic balls, would you? If you think about it, the Starfall's great. When it's on the opponent's build. There you go, Hades. Now you're thinking of portals. Juked you out like Dead by Daylight. I have too few Starfalls. Let me cope. Listen, here's the deal with the Starfall. It's bad. If I could fix the Starfall, what would I change? Increases damage, reduces energy cost. Do you know why? Because do you know what's better than the Starfall in every way, shape, and form that does more damage and has a reduced energy cost? The Cyclone. They're the exact same gun, except the Cyclone does more damage, costs less energy, has a lower power score as a result, has a better hitbox, is a better gun. It's the problem. They genuinely fucked up with the Starfall. Even in the situation where the Starfall is supposed to be good, it's bad. That's a problem. Well, I think that guy might be screwed.
It's so cute. You were playing peekaboo.
Why would I shoot like that? I knew where he was going.
Is your wrist still better?
It's better.
That's awesome.
Is it all better? Probably not. Is he alive? Uh-oh. Screw you, Ethan Bot.
Thank you, Mateus.
He rolled over the ball! These balls last forever. Oh, God damn it, Ethan. Stop destroying me on my own stream. Oh, Jesus! I might be cooked. Kenneth Bot, leave me alone, please. I'm dead. Oh, when you see a fully loaded avalanche W keying you at point blank range, you're fucking dead. Oh no. And remember, the Starfalls are double the power score of Worlds. Alright, Hades, have a good night. However, here's the deal. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The issue is that the Starfall does not... Oh, here, look, watch. I'll just show you. Here, look, watch. Here. So we got the AA gun Starfall. This is also sitting on top of a Jackie module. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Ready? And boop. 11 damage. 11 big D. Woo! Woo! That damage. Oh my god. Look at that gun. 11 damage. Whew. You can't find damage like that. You can't find 11 damage. 11 damage per shot. Woo! Yee. My god. 11 damage. That looks familiar. That's really interesting. 10 damage. Hold on a second. What is this? A teal? A fucking teal autocannon. Did 10. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Hold on. But wait a minute. What about the Catalina? What about the blah, 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 blah. Fine. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Fine. Fine, 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 fine. No damage boosts whatsoever exist here. No damage nerfs either. You're right, it does 14. Woo! I'd hate to be fucking found wrong there. Woo! 11. By the way, these are not fused for damage, but I believe my Starfalls are fused for damage. Nope, they don't do 14, it does 11. But we'll see. Hold on, let's find out. 12. 1, 2, 12. So what you're looking at right now is a gun. So let's get rid of this. Let's go to our storage. Let's whip out the autocannons. Doot, doot. So you're looking at a gun that takes 2,400 power score to do fucking 11 damage. Or 12 or 11 damage. The Therm has 760 power score and does the same effectively. It's the same effective damage. You can have more Therms on your build. In fact, you can have what? 3 of these? You could have 3 Therms for the same power score as 1 Starfall. Do you see the problem? Are we catching on to what the problem is? The Starfalls are dog shit. In addition to this, 2 Starfalls, Catalina, Jackie, Billy, and possibly a couple of Harmonizers, you still have the kidneys to sell. Make Starfall a single weapon and add 30 damage to its explosive. That'd do it. So, to put this in perspective, the Starfall is bad at what it's designed to do, right? So the Starfall is an anti-aircraft gun, and the idea is that if you shoot the Starfall and miss, fucking goddamn it, you have to miss. You've got to be just good enough to be just bad enough to miss your opponent by 1.1 meters, aka a bee's dick, which is the equivalent of hitting your opponent. The perk will activate, at which point the damage does not increase, stays the same, but the blast damage doesn't get reduced. The radius will increase by 100%, and the blast damage itself doesn't get reduced based on distance away from the center of the explosion. You know what a fix to this is? No, Secret Jet Racer, it doesn't. You have to miss. You have to miss. And meanwhile, the Stillwind here is big dicking it down with 45 damage a shot. Hold on. So, to put this in perspective, watch. You can tell when the perk activates. You can see the perk activate. The perk did not activate. It did not activate. You see the sparks? It did not activate. It did activate. See that big explosion? Big explosion equals activation. So you have to miss your opponent in order to activate the perk. You cannot shoot them. If you shoot them, you do no damage. You've got to miss. And in a game as fast as Crossout, where people are running right past each other, and it's nearly impossible to pull this fucking off with any level of reliability. Please note, you don't do increased damage, you only get increased blast radius. That does technically mean that you can deal more damage, but it means that you gotta miss to do it. And yeah, it's like a glorified touch. It's hilarious. And by the way, if you miss by too much, your shot goes off into the distance. So you have to miss by the exact right amount. Here is a couple of ways to fix this. One, instead of increasing the Starfall's damage, ignore that. How about this? Ready? Always make it explode. Period. Instead of saying you must miss your target within 1.1 meters, say when the shell comes within 1.1 meters of your target, it detonates. And it deals the flak damage. You might be thinking, what the fuck is the difference? Cardboard, that's the exact same. Wrong. It is not the same. It means that when you aim and fire this and hit your opponent, it means that the perk goes off. The perk will always work instead of not working when you hit your opponent. That way you don't have to do some weird ass extra math calculation bullshit to try and land a shot in order to get your perk to work. Instead you just aim at your opponent and fire. And that would fix it. That would fix it pretty danged well, to be honest. Do I think that that would make it better than the Cyclone? No. No. This thing is competing with the motherfucking Cyclone. Like, the Cyclone is phenomenal. This gun is just good. The Cyclone is just a phenomenal gun. It does way more damage. 2 of them does 42, which means each of them are doing 21. It's doing double the damage. It scales up into a fire rate that is faster than the fucking, faster than the Starfall. It lasts longer, has higher durability. It's just a better gun, lower power score, which allows you to have more energy on your build. Cyclones are the tits. Like, way better. Way better. Rate of fire and increased overheat capacity? What are you talking about? Oh, we're talking about the Stillwind, yeah. I was thinking a perk like the Miller. After 20 shots, an explode shot for 100. Oh, by the way, as a very minor aside, I've been floating this idea. Do you know what would really fix this shit? Like, immediately? They should, and I don't mean like, hold on, let me save this, reset this, blah, blah, blah. What I mean to say by fix this shit, they should make it... Oh, you want to ask what the current meta is and why? Hold on. So they should swap the perks of the Miller and the Reaper. If they swap the perks between the Miller and the Reaper would suddenly become phenomenal. It would actually be a good gun. The Reaper right now is still just a disappointment. Second question. Someone says, you want to ask what the current meta is and why? Brick. Hit points matter. If they can't kill you, they have to aim for your guns. That's why bricks are the meta. But yeah, no, the Miller is insane. Anywho, Mateus, you said you wanted me to make something, yeah? Let's do it. What do you want to make, Mateus? Crane the meta, says Cyborg. Somehow my black cat was outside, now she wants back in. And now she's back inside. If Reapers needed Radiator coolers, it'd become pretty trash quickly. Just look at the both perk for both weapons. What? I've got an idea. Someone said it earlier. They said Starfall something. Starfall, Catalina, Jackie, Billy, and Harmonizers if I have the kidneys to sell. Alright, let's do it. I've got kidneys. I got all the kidneys in the world. Let's throw down this 3x3 frame. Grab us a leaner. Delete this because we aren't using that. Let's grab us the Starfalls. We are out of energy, but that's okay. In order to make the Starfalls work, we're gonna need 3 energy? I'm thinking... Let's grab a gas gen. We're gonna do this with a gas gen. This will give us 6 energy to play with. Let's tighten the spread with a harmonizer. I'm gonna get another fused harmonizer, chat, don't worry. Can we just move on from the Starfalls? We've done this too much. Have we done this at all? Two energy remaining, which would mean that we would be able to shove on 1 seal. We could either grab an Aquilio, an Iron Seal, or two chills. Each chill would give us, so that'd be 100 and something. No, it's just better to grab an Iron Seal. Wait, but did I make that build, French Fries? That was a long time ago. You think the Harmonizer's not a good idea? We're getting some conflicting messages. We'll go with the Aquilio, why not? Bang. There's our build, chat. We just need to put this shit together and shoot some guy with it. Oh, I must have reversed you guys. That's good. So here's what we're going to do. We want an engine. There's only one engine that costs nothing. That matters. We're going to Ouya boon this up. We're going to Jackie it off. God damn, these guns piss me off so much. They have to be offset. Fine, they'll be offset. Whatever. Need meat grinder sideways. Use a Mark 1 instead of Mark 1 what? Meanwhile, while I wait to get that answered, let's jack it off. Or, yeah, car jack. No, no. You're gonna bounce, Cyborg. No! Alright, Cyborg, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your viewership. Thank you for showing me the new crane, which is hilarious. $5:30 a.m. Good God, Miss Molly. Do we want this to be a hover? I'm thinking it's either going to be a hover or it's going to be on Omnis, even though I don't want it to be on Omnis. Eesh. Carol. Who is building this thing? Chameleon instead of Harmonizer? I mean, being invisible is nice. You're about to leave for university? I could do legs, but legs on a Catalina is not going to work. The Catalina is too light. It doesn't have the mass. Let's just grab some Omnis. We're going to call it good after this. We're going to frame it up. Using the new frame? Never. This bird you cannot change. What do you mean there's no 1x1x6? Am I stupid? Huh. This is literally a one. Oh, they just call it a 1x6. Okay, whatever. We'll see how this works, or at least how it handles it first. 23? I mean, it's damage. So the objective would be to pump. Do I want to increase? Yeah, I do. Need before greed, chat. In this instance, we're going greed before need. With only one singular energy more, we're going to grab a... chill. I'd love to have that fit down there perfectly, but it won't. So we're going to shove this here. We need something shiny and chrome back here, boys. Why the Catalina? So I was, one, requested to use it, and two, the Catalina will get this thing's damage boosting. So our goal will be to try and get 10 stacks on this. We might have to do some swapperoos, by the way. We need front armor, a lot of it. We need something chunky. So the reason why I needed front armor is just firing the gun is causing it to lift. That'll do. By the way, these founder parts are phenomenal. These excavator fenders are the tits. Billy. Cabined up. Unless you farm bots half the game. You know me too well. How much ammunition do I have? 650? I don't know if that's going to be enough. To be honest, that's one of the downsides of this gun. We're going to grab Don's... Hold on, do I have two of these yet? No. Two of these, though. Bollocks. Oh, yeah, you fit. You're just lying to me. Don't you lie to me. Looking good. Looking good. No, I do not play junk bows. It's the one gun that I don't do. I don't do windows. Or junk bows. I mean, you know what? Let's let it rock. Trombone Starfall? You know, the trombone fixes a lot of problems, but I will admit one of the things is about the trombone that you have to remember is the trombone only does 33% heat down instead of 100% per missile, and the trombone also has the downside of finally hit a guy. The trombone also has a downside of... Oh, there's a guy right there. The larger your opponent's build, the worse the trombone does. Alright, we're up to 3 stacks, which means we're back to normal damage. We're up to 5 stacks, which means we have a damage boost.
Need a few frames? Adobe Premiere Pro is here to fix that. Extend clips to keep
What the?
layer
An
in
ad?
Accelerate your editing with generative extend.
I will be goddamned if I listen to this ad at chat.
Complementary generation.
I have a billion ad blockers. There's a guy over there. We're just gonna fire over this clusterfuck of guys, because that's what we do. Shit, we're under attack! Mom's spaghetti. Palms are sweaty. We're up to 10 stacks of the Lena. They're on our base. Let's go get them. Ow! This bot. $100 shots left. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Easy money. I mean, we didn't do too badly. 6K, 2,600. All of this on 592 health and a dream full stacked Catalina. If they don't see it, it's news to them. Bruh. You gotta stay back. Stack those stacks. Now the question becomes this. Was that the Starfall? Or was that the fact that the Catalina is busted and always has been? Remember the scam wind, chat. Remember the scam wind. Reconsidering Starfall's C tier? No. Would a heavy relic generator break the game? No, not any more than Light Cabin Legendaries getting one more energy. It would just piss everyone off. It genuinely would anger people again. I think that guy with Scorps actually missed. I don't think my build can handle Scorp shots. $298. Ugh. We've reached the 10 stack.
What have you learned?
22. 10 stat Catalina. It's getting it done. So why do you think it would break the game, Secret Jet Racer? Because you could do triple cannons? You can already do triple cannons. You mean triple tsunami? Triple typhoon? No, people wouldn't do it. Well, they might. Starfalls aren't that bad compared to all weapons categories. It's just that every autocannon right now is way more dominant. It'd be like strapping the demon core to your build. Yes! It'd be a neat perk, except for like Gen's damage radius and the size of an avalanche explosion. That'd be cool. If I could play triple Starfall, how cool would that be? I mean, it would be better. Ow. Okay, we gotta be careful. George, don't do this, George, you prick! George, no! Not good for you. Alright. We've got a Catalina, or sorry, we got a Clarinet Toe constantly trying to snipe me. If I hug this wall... Yes, friendship buddy?
Oh, nice.
I'm playing a little game called Cross-In.
What? You were playing Dead by Daylight, my favorite game.
Delicious. She hates Dead by Daylight.
I hate it. It makes me so grumpy.
So the answer, by the way, Secret Jet Racer, if they gave us a third Starfall, I actually assumed when they first started with the Starfall that you could have 3. The problem that I have is that you can't have 3. Does the Emojis stick to... Yes, it does stick to cloaked enemies.
I have a question. You know the...
Oh, that is bad. Oh, looking up and seeing that shit. That is bad. Okay, what's your question?
You know, like the skimmer?
The skimmer. No, I don't know what the skimmer is.
Okay, so it's like a cord and it hooks you.
Okay, Skinner. Got it, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So the skimmer.
Skinner.
Skinner. Okay. Sorry. How do you activate it?
You shoot it with left mouse button.
Oh.
It's similar to every other gun. Left mouse button tends to activate.
Can you have a gun when you have that weapon?
You sure can have another different gun that's not the Skinner. You got one point blank.
Is there another one? Is there one called the harpoon?
No.
Oh.
I know there's a guy over here somewhere. That's all I can spare. Limited ammunition sucks.
I don't like using that weapon.
Excellent. Intentional. This is dangerous. Gotta move, gotta move. Not me, not me, not me. Oh, thank God.
Dogwater, I appreciate you so much. That is so kind of you.
See you on the other side.
The skimmer is the legendary version.
Nice.
You just don't know about it because you're not the cross-up chosen one.
Ow! Don't do this to me. I will shoot you with my crappy guns. I like this guy. The one who's blocking me to prevent me from getting any kills in.
You're doing better than anybody else on either team.
Right.
Good job, honey. I really like the toy car gun. I played that all the time. And I didn't like... Okay, I usually scored like second to last, but sometimes I did win.
I need a fucking radar. Oh, there they are. Woo! Smoking! Did we make a combo strong enough to drag this gun out of garbage tier into S++ tier? I think we didn't. Didn't. No,
I
we
have an
didn't.
idea. Can you make a car that has no wheels, but you just use the skinner, and you attach to other cars to drag you along?
That's been done before, yeah.
By you?
No, I've never. Well, I mean, have I? I forget. The idea is that those kinds of usually like you do it with mind layers or something like that.
Yeah, and you just don't have any wheels, and you can make your build really heavy so they can't move that much.
They call it the albatross.
Oh my god. Guys, never use amoxicillin. This is insane. I stopped taking amoxicillin. I think I stopped taking it like 3 days ago. And I'm still so itchy. I had to get on this anti-itch steroid. And I'm still so itchy. I have to like spam Benadryl.
This is not good for this player. One, he's new to the game, and two, he's fighting me on a hill. That is so bad. He's not going to hurt me at all. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Not sorry. Woo! I deserve death for this, but I'll take life. Let's go. No, don't do that. Dear Lord, get the hell out of my way, sir. Don't fall. Steady. Steady. I know there's a guy behind me launching balls at me. We're just gonna spin it around. Ow, ow, ow! Don't do this. Okay, we have to leave. You are, baby. You gotta stop doing that. Gun's overheated. Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. No! I hate these wheels! We did pretty well. What is this build? You wouldn't dare shoot off all of my Punishers instantaneously, would you? Oh no, he would! He dared to destroy all your shit at once! Don't use that build, it's terrible! What the fuck? Alright, Don Mugatu is doing his job. This guy... Yeah, I mean... I think that if this guy could get a... There he goes. Now he's doing it. Now he's cooking. Nope, he's facing nothing again. You gotta aim at your opponent. You gotta aim at your opponent. Your opponent's over there. You're driving the wrong direction. Oh god. Alright, we're just gonna go back to Don Mugatu. He did it.
So this guy I talked to said if you're allergic to like amoxicillin.
It's a good thing we don't have mold. Apollo drops a barrier when destroyed. That'd be a cool perk. Mateus, that's a bad idea. We should not give generators perks. Heavy generators could increase either blast damage or blast radius. Light generators could do something else. No, Mateus. Reducing the energy drain of modules by 1 point to a minimum of 1 simply means that that generator gives more energy. Oh my god, this is torture. Get him, Don. Come on, Don Mugatu. You can do it, Don Mugatu. What about a generator that reverts the energy change? So instead of 24, it's 12. You mean just a worse generator? I don't think that people would go for that. That sounds like a bad generator. Better idea. Module that reduces energy cost by 1. Here's an idea. A module that has nodes on it, like everything else, because everything has nodes, and any modules attached to that node have the energy cost reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1. That way it's a little bit more restrictive. Just farming burned for damage.
Let Intuit generate marketing campaigns to grow your business.
God damn these ads.
You'll be back! Emu can't help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual!
I have got to... Alright, hold on. Alt-tabbing. Don't you dare drive directly into me. Oh my god, I have like no ammunition left. This is what I'm talking about right here. 10 stacked, this is doing nothing to this man. Brick meta, no, you're making my gun look terrible, even fully stacked. Alright, I gotta deal with this guy. My guns, no! I'm in trouble. No! After all of that! Did you see the Okay, that's the reason. HJK Survival Main took a gajillion bullets. No problem. Hold on, hold on. The Borg Cube meta. How about the first healing item in the game? A regenerator. I don't know, anytime that you have anything charge off of damage, it just makes damage more important. Face reveal win because SK wants you to. You can see my face right now, I'm wearing that headset, lower left hand corner. No, no, no! Dominic, prick! Jesus Christ, Hannah's gonna shoot me. Oh, wow! Kirov killed Don Mugatu in one hit. Uh-oh. Incoming penis. Well, I'm stripped. Unfortunate. The W key meta is back. They're using machine guns with arbiters at point blank with shields. Do I think the bubble buff is relevant? What? The bubble buff. You're talking about, okay, so for those of us who don't know, they're increasing the durability of shields by having the damage bonus that shields take from explosive damage. Do I believe it's relevant? Yes. Do I believe that it's going to change anything? No. So, why do I say that? Now switch to Cyclones. I could, don't make me. I'll do it. I'm a madman. Imagine it's just the Battle Pass showcase, guys, using a voice changer. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is big damage gun. Yes. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's like rim of asshole. Would you rather a controller using aim enhanced PC using daughter, or a racist Lancelot using son? Controller aim assist enhanced PC using daughter. Oh my god, aim assist daughter all day. So let me explain what I mean by the damage or the shield buff is something that matters but won't change anything. So the reason why it matters is because shields right now take 100% bonus damage from blast damage attacks. Blast damage attacks deal some incredible damage right now. Incredible damage. Retchers deal incredible damage, and most importantly, the Swarm deals pure blast and does incredible damage. Taking double damage from those incredibly high damage blasts makes barriers, I think the barrier has somewhere in there about 4,000 hit points, just break instantaneously. By having the bonus damage, in other words, basically instead of it taking plus 100% damage, it would only take plus 50% damage. Obviously, it'll last longer, but against a Swarm, that will not change anything. Because the Swarm does so much fucking damage that it will tear through the shields even if that got no damage bonus at all. Retchers, after 150 meters, currently can pop a barrier 9 in one shot. It will take 2 shots after that change. This is the reason why I say it will make a difference, but it won't make a difference in a way that you think. Because the idea is that weapons that have split damage, cannons for example, will be affected. Their blast damage component will actually be less effective at getting through that barrier, so that's true. But multiple other guns, like things that do pure blast, it's not necessarily going to be that big of a difference. Rockets right now, which are the weapons that predominantly do pure blast, are still going to pound right through that shit. Oh, fuck you, Ripper Bot. Oh, fuck you, Scorpion Bot. We're gonna go to this other side. We're gonna shoot at this guy who's right here. Oh, it's a bot. Great. Pop, pop! I lost my front armor. That armor was supposed to be for weighing us down. Yep. Pretty sure you're stripped. I gotta help out my shitty teammate. Oh no, my gun overheated. Scorpbot, no! Hey, another MVP. Funny how they're using MG14s as shotguns. Ugh. And funny how shotguns aren't used at all. I give the Starfall some thought, and I feel their perked up blast radius should always be active, and their perk is something else. Yeah, that would be great. Or reduce their energy costs so you can bring 3 of the fuckers. Like increasing damage by up to 20% when you're missing by up to 1 meter. As you can tell, though, the Starfalls, when left alone, are DPS machines, just like all autocannons. So leaving a player alone with this gun is not good, just like with all autocannons. But it doesn't make the autocannon good. As you can see, I am pumping damage into Ethan. Just pumping it. Oh, I've tapped out. Can't pump anymore. Now I'm pumping damage into Nicholas. Pumping. And I'm trying to miss by that magical 0.1 meter. Pumping it into Ethan. There we go. Just pumping. We're already at 5 stacks. We gotta help this guy. Just pumping. What's really interesting is you kind of have to play these things like at gunpoint. Oh no, you don't. I gotta stop firing as I fall. Whee! That shield won't do you shit right now, boy. We're at 10 stack, baby. We doing 74 damage per shot. That's actually not bad. Sandra, please. Sandra bot, please. Sandra, you bitch! You fucking cunt, Sandra! Thanks, Sandra. Ugh! And now Sandra gets burned. Get rammed. So here's what's really funny. Seems good, right? Go on the exhibition. Go to cars. Get rid of Thresher. Though I should make a Thresher car. Get rid of Thresher. Hold on. Search for a specific car. It's called Slipstream. Because you see, this car already exists. Slipstream is the exact same car that you see me running right now, except its power score is at 7k. It does the same damage. Oh, and by the way, the Catalina perk charges faster, because it's using teal guns instead of legendary guns. Typical woman driver, Lamau. Casual sexism, still funny, never wasn't. What do you guys think of Gromek's infinite shield fusion in the old days? Are you talking about where one person had a wheel and they just held down W key and then their whole build was just attached to somebody else's build while they spent all their energy spamming shields? You're right, this doesn't have a Jackie, and in fact it also isn't even using a damage increasing co-driver. There's a reason why I'm doing this though. I just want to get to the 10 stack. $46 damage. So this build does the same thing with less recoil. I have played this build a ton. It does plenty of damage. It's very nimbly bimbly. Does everything that build does at fucking 3,000 power score less. No, it's 2,200 power score less. You can do the exact same build at 2,200 less power score. You're right, they are 211 Dura, that's why you drive fast. Potato says, you can fart on therms and they'll starfall off. These are the jokes, folks. I know you're out there. I can hear you checking for refunds. Or you can use the Tempest. Oh no! Ow! You come back here, you prick. I'll never catch him, he's boosting. Tracks? That could be a problem. Got him. Ow, ow, ow. Alexis. Got him! You son of a bitch. Thought you could kill me. Can't kill me. Oh, that is way too much metal. Ah, Alexis, you bitch! They're only nerfing the Tempest because of the Whirl. Actually, I don't know. From what I... Ow! What I hear, and I could be wrong, the Tempest is supposedly good. You're gonna be big dick dura damage, big drain, big duration ACs. Yep. The Tempest is equally as overpowered as the Whirl? Really? They're barely getting a compensation for that one energy. Oh, this guy's powering through with the aspect. He's doing it. All he's got to do is not die to this guy who's throwing ice at him, and he wins the video game. Oh. He's shooting him. He's staying in the ice. He's doing the one thing that could lose him the game. He just needs to not be in the ice. Oh, he's going back into the ice. Okay, he's out of the ice. So far, so good. And a little more. He did it. That is correct, Blue Jay Berry. They nerfed every gun. All guns have ammunition now, except for like 2. There's like 2 infinite ammo guns. Oh no! This prick bounced off my wheel. That's gonna be a problem. Somehow I'm 2 wheels down, which is very bad. Oh my god, this thing is oversteering like a motherfucker. Yeah, no, I'm dead. The reason why the Tempest, I don't know about the Tempest. You guys are gonna have to tell me if it's that good. Sure, the Whirl is overpowered because it's phenomenal. The Whirl has a very, 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 very good perk. It's got an excellent hurt box. It's got everything. Everything about it is just good. You keep saying the Tempest is broken. I keep hearing that. We're going to AI violin music. Theoretically, should be free and shouldn't copyright strike me. Well, being the best teal weapon doesn't mean much, though. So we live in interesting times while we watch this game play out. We live in a time when we can listen to AI music that no one can claim money for. Because technically AI created it, so and AI has no rights. Ooh, that was a good hit. Drago, don't lose all your shit. Damn. Okay, Stephen Bot, it's up to you. Damn it, Stephen Bot! So the way that I would improve this build, I would move the cabin forward, I would move the guns back. And that would do it. Ultimately, the Starfall still falls shy of every other autocannon. Nothing I did can't be replicated if not improved upon by use of the Cyclone, the Scam Wind, or the Whirl. The Jewel? I don't know about the Jewel. From what I can tell, I don't have the Jewel. So from what I can tell, the Jewel is mediocre. Jewel's new Scam Win? I mean, it takes 3 of them to do 46. The Still Wind does that in one shot. Well, 36. Is this Catalina? No. Incredible damage. Ish. What do you mean the third display? How easy has it been for me to actually get the perk? I never thought I'd say this. This violin music is too intense for me. Oh, thank goodness, a break. Whew. Matthew Bot. I'm in trouble. Matthew Bot, please. Matthew Bot doesn't give a shit. Thanks, Matthew Bot, you fucking cunt. Dick Bag with the super gun just shot me with the super gun. American assault violin. But we should take a moment to discuss how damage in Crossout is too goddamn high. That is the moment. Damage in Crossout is just too dang high, chat. It was the Comet. It was either the Comet or Triple Spike. It had to have been the Comet. If it was Triple Spike, I would have gone flying. So the guy with the Comet drove past me and just shot me in one gun, took it clean off in one shot. Just, pew! How about weapons having too low Dura? No, it's just, I don't think weapons have too low Dura. I think that damage is too high in Crossout right now. It just is too high. Everything that gets released has to beat the old shit, and like just by increasing the damage even by a little, it just it makes it obsoletes all the old shit. Like Starfall's are bad in general, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I've been through that. But the idea is my damage is dog ass. Remember, I'm sending 11 damage downrange. That dude shot me for 700. Think about that for a minute. There's a huge difference between 11 and 700. Like, I can stand here and tee off on Hannah for a month. If I was using the other gun, in 3 shots, Hannah would have been erased from space and time. This is an example of damage just not being what it should be. The Echo... Comet Echo Cyclops? Maybe. Remember, it's Commit. Everyone keeps calling it the Comet, but it's actually the Commit. Hey, I did it! I'm down to half of my ammunition. I know there's a guy down here. I'm gonna have to work my ass off on this one. $215 shots. Ugh. Still working on getting a gun removed. Unfortunate. Nope. Says the guy that reads Armenian as American. Oof. Says the guy who can't say Thyruses. Or Thyrsus. Fuck you. Defeated by a slight incline. Damn it! These slight inclines are all over the fucking place. They're a fucking hazard. Casey Joe Casey says, hello, YouTube. God, I love cannons. Get out of my garage. I wouldn't call this a brick. Is the Beacon 11 cab dumpster juice? Yes. Do I have an elephant? No. Elephant needs a buff. Love it. Damn it, now I gotta aim. Oh, thank goodness I don't have to aim anymore. Elephants supposedly rule right now, but my fat mans feel better. Elephants do not rule. They're in a problematic spot right now, Rufus. So the issue with the elephant is that they made it cryogenic. Fine, fair enough. But it doesn't benefit from cryo damage. So it doesn't... I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. It's a much worse narwhal. The narwhal gets up to 100% bonus damage. Hit him with your relics. No! Right into the shit pile! But you see what I'm saying? You have elephant? Then I won't ask what you feed it. So elephants have the same projectile velocity, give or take, as the narwhal, but their damage is significantly lower, and they don't get bonus damage from inflicting cold. So they don't improve as combat continues. They just kind of stay the same. Fatman, even though they nerfed the perk, because they had to, because people were just machine gunning out Fatman shots, at least gets more damage. I love hot takes, Jormungandr, World Serpent. Boop! Are they just... Is my team just blocking the shit out of me? This is frustrating. I got one. How about not nerfing anything when it's remotely good? That's a pretty hot take. Hydra Agent, no! Starfalls are a victim of being cast into a role they were never be allowed to shine in because if they were any stronger, helicopters would stand a chance, and therefore they cannot be buffed or ruined. I mean, that is a hot take. The balance of their precious helicopter mode. So, there are many game modes that they themselves have created that we play. An example of one of the game modes that they have created that we play is when we play the military vehicles. And what's funny is there are plenty of helicopters in that mode. Nobody used, and this was back when hitscan was the thing, so maybe that's going to be changed now. But when hitscan was a thing, nobody used the anti-aircraft guns. They always used the equalizers, because the equalizers, the arbiters or equalizers, whatever, would guarantee the destruction of a helicopter. Reaper just needs a buff. Reaper is dog ass. Its perk doesn't even exist, which is hilarious because it went from not having a perk to one that doesn't exist. No, team! Some bullshit. That dude's avalanching. Our only hope is to smash through the patriarchy. Oh god, he's gonna smash through my patriarchy, no! Fuck you, Oliver. Really? He saved the shot for me? I'm honored. That's game. That's fucking game. That guy is amazing. He saved that shot, even though he had teammates against him, all that shit like that. Nope. He's like, nerpity derpity, I'm saving this shit for your ass. Make the Maxwell 1 energy. Okay, I can see where you're coming from, but the Maxwell's too good for 1 energy. Make the Enlightenment 0 energy because it's an art item. Yeah, no, actually, I agree. The Enlightenment should be 0 energy. The Argus should be 0 energy, too. Ugh. No, I didn't. What's your take earlier? Leviathan, CWs, and levies are carried in danger from starfalls as much as it would be from swarms? Hold on. I can't believe I missed that shot. The fuck are you doing? Amazing. Full team being bad simultaneously. Not a good time to crash, I'll admit. How are you alive? I don't know, I did my best. That wasn't bad. Aw, Friendship Bunny was explaining patriarchy and how it hijacked feminism today. I can't with this. I don't know, that nerf to the Chameleon Mark 1 might make it useless though. 10 seconds ain't a long time.
Guess what just happened?
What just happened?
Okay, so it's this like
Yep.
on the door.
Yes.
And I was like, oh no, what could that be? A raccoon. And so I opened the door and no, Orange Kitty got out. The orange one, not the black one. And she ran inside. She was terrified.
Okay, I can't handle any more of this incredibly powerful violin music. It's too much.
It's too extreme. You should listen to Lindsay Sterling. She went to BYU.
Is this the best survival game ever made?
Oh jeez.
This is the aircraft carrier shelter you seized.
No. I don't want ads.
I know exactly the secret. I have no idea how she got out.
No.
Oh my god, how'd
knows.
she get out? No, here's the thing. So I know the little girl's window was shut.
Mm-hmm.
Our door was shut, and I fed her like, and I know that she was upstairs while I was making cookies
Mm-hmm.
because I was feeding her ham.
Mm-hmm.
Let her out?
No.
As a mystery. Oh my gosh, you got in the bed all by yourself. Oh. Well, you. Oh, oh. Oh, touch me.
Ugh, I am missing every single shot GJ Cronus is ramming into me. This is bad. Hitting allies is bad. Oh no, am I drunk? I'm drunk. I can't land a single shot. I know there's two next to me, but I gotta help my team. $418 wasn't enough? Thanks, Oliver Bot. Not a good time. Fucking Christ. Unbelievable. I don't know how you'd control the delay, Jormungandr. Like, would you have to push the button to see through buildings? This guy's literally trying to grind through tracks with augers. We're in trouble. Oliver's dead. clarinet toe with all the fixins. Holy shit. We're gonna lose this one, boys! We're not gonna win! I think that a better way to do that would be to simply reduce the radius. If it's going to be 1 energy, just reduce the radius. Adding more buttons to be pushed, or random times when your gun doesn't work, or when it doesn't work. I know it's 1 energy, but like if you're paying an energy, the radar should at least work. It's radar, for shit's sake. Like, there are 0 energy radars in the game. Like, and they cost nothing and they work all the time. If you're gonna pay for a 1 energy radar, it should at least be a radar. Yeah, they can't see through walls. All I'm saying is reduce the see-through wall radius. Maybe that'll be fine. Ah. Oh. The dub! Alrighty, guys. I think I've streamed long enough to entertain you and Friendship Bunny. Oof, this is gonna be a pain in my butt. Finishing this and then making sure it works is gonna be a pain in the rear, because it looks as though Mammoth's a miss. I think we can do it. I think this Leviathan has got what it takes. But we'll see when I complete it. Anywho, for now, I guess I'm going to have to bid you guys adieu. Thank you for joining me on this journey through ye old Crossy Outie, generating only the crappiest amounts of uranium, playing only the silliest of builds. But for now, I am going to sign out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you all stop by next time. Like, subscribe. You know how to do it. Peace.